Hi there. I'm going to tell you my answer to question 8. How I think my media product would do in the current market if it was launched today. I think my media product, my front cover of my magazine, does look professional. There are definitely touch-ups that could be made. I'm not an expert on Photoshop, but I think the actual layout and the construction of the piece and the representation that it gives of its target audience is professional and of a proficient um, quality. I think that I target my audience very well. I think I use a good stereotype male character dressed in an indie rock fashion way. I think this targets my target audience well. I've used internet links such as Twitter, given a website, free ringtones if you text Plectrum to basically give a number. I think that all together targets my younger audience, the student audience, you might say. In doing so, um, it it does look like a music magazine. In the mise en scene now, I've got a guitar. He's dressed, holding the plectrum, um, given the title Plectrum. I think the title of the magazine, Plectrum, actually is a good representation of the genre of music, indie rock. I think it gives everything that a professional music front cover of a music magazine gives today. But of course, there are definitely it could be better. I mean, never say never. I think it is a good. I think it's a good product as it is though, and I think it would succeed. To be honest, on a if it was put on the shelves. My contents page as well. I like my contents page. It's actually my favourite out of the three, out of the front cover and double page spread. I think my contents page looks the most professional. I like the structure of it, and I like the different text that I've used on the actual contents itself. Here, I think it gives it a good edge, and I think it's a good way of targeting my target audience. As say, I like the sort of vintage look about it, and the images I've used. I also had fun taking the photos, and I think they came out really well on the page. Um, the actual structure of it as well. I like the numbers and the corners to give them page numbers. But my favourite thing about it all is the actual advertisement down here. It's something that you see a lot as a definite connotation convention of the music magazine, and I've made that on using Photoshop. Um, I like it. I think it's a good conventional layout of a music magazine contents page or a rock magazine contents page. My double page spread, I'm afraid I can't get up as a whole page. But obviously that's the left, that's the right. I think my favourite thing about the double page spread is the way I've used coloured in the bricks using Photoshop and then carried that on to the right hand side of the page. I like my drop cap. That's a good convention. The reason I'm pointing out the conventions is that today today music magazines themselves use these conventions. So a good way of telling if mine would be successful is by analysing them. As well, there is a gap in the market for an indie magazine. So while it should do, as long as I stuck it to the right institution, as I said in my question 6 was it, of what institution I go with. No, question 5. I said I'd go with Bauer because they have got the gap in the market. They already do publish Kerrang, but Kerrang isn't an indie rock magazine. It is a rock magazine. It's quite heavy rock magazine. So indie, there is a gap in the market, and it I think it would do well. To summarise. All right.